Hi everybody, I just thought I'd come along and share with you my design team project for Crafty-Emblies for this month in April. I have to say thank you to Kelly, who's Kelly S here on YouTube, because I was watching some things on her channel and she had actually done a fantastic, I think she called it a rolled book box, and it's a storage box and it's got rolled book pages on the front. And my original design team project was slightly different to this, but I loved what she'd done with the Prima papers. And as those of you that know me know, I have been after Prima papers for a while, and I finally have got the Prima romance novel and the engraver one. Now after, thanks to Kelly and other ones I've seen on YouTube, I'm now after as well the lyric collection. It's gorgeous too. But what happened was I saw Kelly's one and she'd done it with the lyric collection and it's gorgeous. I'll leave a link to her channel below as well to go over and have a look at it. It's lovely. I really love what she's done. It's so clever and there's so much detail on it. It's just, it really is gorgeous. But she had done the rolled book pages on the front of her storage box, storage book kind of thing it is. So what I did was, I really wanted to make use of these papers, and I took a page out of the romance novel collection, and it was the A4 book that I had. I cut it in half and I stitched it. It's hand stitched, although you can't see it now because I've covered it, but this is hand stitched in here, and it was to create the book effect as if the book is sitting on the canvas here. And you can see, if I tilt it that way, you can see the pages. I actually can't see very well on the camera here today. Hold on a second, that's better. You can see here is the pages of the book, and they go down underneath here and over to this side as well, so it gives, it's like a book that I have sitting on, open up on the canvas. So I'm calling this one the open book canvas. And what I did with this canvas, I've had this one done with modelling paste and sprays and stuff a long time ago, and it actually started, it was one of that ones I either start something and it just works, or I start something and it sits for a while because I'm not entirely sure where I want to go with it. This was one of the ones that sat for a while, and to start with it was pink, and it's even changed so much now, but the canvas here is a deep canvas, and this is all, it was painted, and the top layer of it was actually textured and sprayed and loads of different things, and it's all sitting underneath here. So what I did with this one was I took some white tissue paper to start with, and I stamped it with one of the Tim Holtz stamps, which is this one here. I can't remember the name of the collection. This one of his French Market, that's it. And I used the Carte Postal stamp, and I just randomly stamped it in black stays on all over the tissue paper. And then I took some matte medium, and I just, you can see it hidden in different bits all over the canvas. There's very little of it to see now, but it is there, and there's little areas of it here, and it's just the white tissue paper, and I put it down with the matte medium, and it's peeping out in different areas. And it looks like it's stamped on, but it's actually stuck down with the matte medium on the tissue paper, which is all the way around here. And it's on the front here as well. You can see it peeping in small areas of the canvas all over. And then what I did from there was I took some of the Cosmic Shimmers, and it was the gold coloured one I used. Sorry, my chair squeaks like mad, I must get oil. And it was the marigold colour I sprayed over the bright pink, and it just made it this lovely peach kind of colour. So I sprayed on with that, and then I had this book sitting then, and I just hot glued the book and tucked it under to lift the pages so it looked like that. Rolled the edges, and I stuck that down onto the canvas then. I then took some peachy pink lace, gathered lace, and I just used some glossy accents, and I stuck that in between the pages here, and you can see that just peeping out from the pages there. And I sprayed again then onto the top of this book with the marigold, and just left that to dry. And it's taken, I mean, it was quite a few days I've been working on this, but I haven't been well, and it's been worked at as and when I had a chance to get to it. I then took from another Prima collection. It was the En Francais. I cut out one of the Eiffel Towers and it's stuck down in here as well with the marigold spray on top of that. And then, I think I'm saying this right, I took some rolled, handmade some rolled paper roses, which I've added in here, tucked under the book about here, and one up in the top here. And these were aged with Victorian Velvet Distress ink as well, because I just loved that colour and it toned in quite well with all this. I aged the book as well in some black soot and also some ink of gold, and I distressed the edges of the book there and at the top here, and it's just, this is really difficult to show actually because there's so many bits to it, so it's got the ink of gold on it as well. I then took some modelling paste as well, and you can see on the pages of the book, sorry I'm probably jumping around here quite a lot, but I can't remember everything, all the stages I did, but on here there's some modelling paste and it's got the fleur-de-lis on here, and there's another one up the top of the book here, and up in the top corner here I have some more modelling paste with fleur-de-lis. There was another one put on this flourish that I've got down the bottom, and I put some on the sides here that's peeping out. I don't know if you can see that, it's quite glary. It's peeping out there and on the top there as well. So I have some of that modelling paste just in different areas there. The next thing I did was a new product I've been working with, and these are, I got them from, sorry I'm all over the shop here, I got these little wooden flourishes from Create and Craft, and they came with the Viva Terra paint, and this stuff is and you paint that on, and when it dries you sand it and it just looks like a bit of terracotta. So I had that one in there, and also there's a little, so it's like a flower, or it's not a fleur-de-lis but it's a cross between the two in the bottom here. So I added them on as well. I embellished it with flowers, there's roses all over the place I think. Bits of lace, and there's some crocheted doilies, bits of them stuck in that are peeping out on the bottom here as well. You can see those, and a bit of black lace that I had, and it's sitting in there. I have a Tim Holtz metal piece, one of his ideology ones, and it says listen. I've got a butterfly in here, a spray. This is some of the Crafty-Emblies, the flower ones, and I gessoed them and coloured them up as well with some Victorian Velvet ink, and then there's a pearl in the centre there. There's one of these lovebirds. It's the first time I've had the lovebirds and I really like them. I can see why everybody uses them, and they've got a bit of gesso and the Victorian Velvet on them as well. I've also got a little Tim Holtz pen nib that's on here, curly Q of one of the white roses that's stuck in here. Rolled roses, I've got some stamens popped in the bottom here as well. Down here I've got some more roses, some more of the Crafty-Emblies, the lovebirds, and some more flowers tucked in here. I have a cameo that I embossed with some clear embossing powder, and it's touched up with some ink of gold and a bit of white gesso as well. This is just an old pearl necklace that I fed up around this way, and it tucked under the book and just up around the corner here. Some of the tiny Crafty-Emblies flowers in here, and I think these are gorgeous. They are lovely, and they're touched up as well. As you can see there with some ink of gold and some white gesso. This is one of those glass beads that you get in the garden centres. I picked one of them up, and then behind that is, it's a stamped Prima crown on a bit of paper that I just put this on here, so it looks like a crown that's sitting in behind. More of the flowers and stuff in here. Here I've got a bit of cheesecloth that I actually rolled in some of the Victorian Velvet, and I sprayed it with water and scrunched it up my hand, and it kind of runs all the way, kind of see what I'm doing here, it comes around here, up around the book, and it's like a page marker in the book that I've made there with that, and it just pops up around the top here at the top of the book as well. This is one of the Crafty-Emblies roses that I inked up using some of the Versa Magic chalk inks, and it's a hint of pesto for the stem. Again, some of the Victorian Velvet ink on the top and some of the Crimson Brilliance inks as well. I put that on there, and then that's clear embossed as well, and you can see the shimmer that's on that, and I tucked that in behind the book. Again, there's some more of the Crafty-Emblies little flowers in here with pearl centres. The lovebird, I can't remember if I've said that. This is just a little metal butterfly from my stash, and I filled in here, rather than using gems, I just used some of the diamond stickles, so it gives it a bit of sparkle on there. And taking inspiration from Jane, who sent me a gorgeous canvas table that I use at the front of my videos. I just made I coloured this because this was actually one I got from Dawn Omar, I think. It was just a little sort of charm she'd made, and I coloured this with some alcohol inks because it was silver and I just wanted it to be the brown sort of coppery colour, so I coloured that and put that in there. So it just hangs off the butterfly, so thank you for that inspiration there, Jane. And behind here is a metal filigree leaf that I've just got some gesso on top of that. At the top of the book here I've got one of these tiny little wooden spools that I took some gold thread, wrapped around it, and again it's finished off with some gesso and ink of gold, so flowers there with some more ink of gold and gesso, another curlicue, another little Crafty-Emblies flower in the cluster, more flowers up there, and then round the edge of the side of the canvas here I've got another little Crafty-Emblies lovebird. I think, is that just about all of it on the actual front? Yes, it is, I think. And then what I did round the side was, rather than leaving it plain, I again took some of the cheesecloth, and it was a length, and I just dipped that in the, like a roll, scrunched up in a ball, and I just padded it onto the top of the ink pad, and it's a Victorian Velvet, and this is just hot glued around the edge. I sprayed it with water again to activate the ink, so it's kind of sprayed through the cheesecloth, and it gives it the different pink tones that match in with this. And that just goes all the way around the border of the canvas there, like that, just to add some interest. And it comes all the way around the top and down around the sides, and it just gives it a bit of texture and something else to see as well. And also, just in behind this metal butterfly that I have here, I have a little bit of the On Francais Prima collection paper, and I just ripped that and distressed it with the Victorian Velvet again, and I think it was some of the frayed burlap as well, just to tone it down a bit, so it took the white text script that's on it and coloured it slightly darker. I think that is my canvas. It is kind of grown and grown, and it's not a huge canvas, it's just a nice I can't even remember the actual measurements of this one. 9 by 6.5, 9 by 7, 9 by 7 canvas. And so that is my design team project for Crafty-Emblies for this month. I will leave a link below for the challenge blog, and if you pop over you will see the winner has been announced for last month. And this time now we are, well, it's changed now again, and it's back to altered art and paper crafting, so everybody can enter again. And I think that is me. So I hope you like it. I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's one of the ones that, like I say, it's a canvas that's sat for quite a long time, and quite pleased how it's turned out, and I might actually even keep this one to myself. So I have none of my own pieces at home. My sister-in-law has stuff, and I have another canvas that I have been asked to do for my brother and his wife as well, so I must get on and work with that. But I think that is me. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you like what I've done, and I look forward to seeing your entries over on the challenge blog for this month as well. So thank you for watching. Again, thank you to Kelly S on YouTube for the inspiration for the book, and Jane. I mean, I've taken a lot of inspiration from Jane, we're mixed media, and again it was how I sort of pinched the hanging charm on the side of it. So thank you ever so much everyone, and I'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.